Hello and welcome. Let me get the overlay up. Uh, yep. Hello. Welcome to another stream with the Nets taking on the Pistons. Um, I am assuming the starting lineup is the same. I have not seen any starting lineup news um, for this game. And my Chrome is just froze. And now it's back. I don't know what the starting lineup is. I'm going to assume it's the exact same lineup as yesterday. You can see via the injury list there are some more absences in comparison to yesterday. Royce is, I believe, playing. Seth Curry is definitely out, and that's a bit of a big blow because he had 32 yesterday. So players like TJ Warren, who had pretty off nights yesterday, they're going to need to step up. I have a new overlay, and this is a big, innovative move by me. We have the Twitter column here, and basically what we're doing here is reading some stuff off Twitter, and usually I just do it and you don't know what I'm referring to, but now we've got a little bit of like a notice board, I guess you could say. And there's a few stats, a few quotes. The first one, we'll look at the quote side first. You can see at the bottom of your screen, there are two All-Star announcements, basically 5 minutes ago. KD and Kyrie are All-Star game starters, much deserved by both of them. Testament to their hard work. Kyrie Irving obviously went through a bit of a tumultuous start to the season, but those two are now, starting in the All-Star game, which is pretty sick. Also, there's been a few talks surrounding Kyrie's contract extension. You can see that his agent said that the desire is to make Brooklyn home with the right type of extension. So basically, the Brooklyn Nets are going to need to be on the same playing field, level playing field in terms of negotiations for that deal to get done. But it looks like it's a no-brainer for the Nets. It'd be really dumb if you didn't extend that. At the very top of the quote section, you can see a quick reminder that the Sixers traded the pick that became Clax for a half-season rental of Trevor Booker. And I read in a little bit of an extension in this thread that that Trevor Booker got traded, I believe, for Ilya Saba. So, the Sixers didn't really get much out of that if we're, talking about the grand scheme of things. They'd be a little bit salty that they let that one slip. But you know what? Clax is just an excellent player. Nothing more said, really. But we look at the quotes, and I don't know if they're too small for you, but let us know if you can see or can't see. The very first one in the top left of the stats is talking about the effective field goal percentage on unguarded jump shots, minimum of 50 attempts. You can see at the very bottom, Utah is 84.5%, which is just absurd. We're also getting starting lineups for Detroit, which is Bojan Bogdanovic, Bay, Duran, Alec Burks, and someone else. So they've got a few absences. Jaden Ivey is playing. Last time we played the Pistons, we won by 3. Highest field goal percentage in a loss, which was yesterday, we have the third highest in history, with 64% from the field. We lost that game yesterday. It was on the back of poor defense. My audio is low. It usually is this low. So you probably have to buff it up a little bit. And it's more so because if I get loud, I don't want to blast your eardrums, basically. Clax in his last 4 games, you can see he's on a tear there. 3 of the last 4 games, he has got a double-double, and he's gotten 2 or more blocks in all of those games, shooting above 68% from the field in all of those games. Kyrie, you can see, scored 30 or more in his last 4 games, and he's also had a couple double-doubles in there. The last few games, though, the last 3 games have been really efficient games, and that's the primary reason why the offense seems to be firing on all cylinders. But we will get rid of those. And we've got a couple more that I need to include. You can see that Nick Claxton is leading the NBA in field goal percentage after last night. He's very close to beating Mitch Robinson's record, or being on line to beat that. And he also has a higher field goal percentage in his career than who currently holds that record, which is DeAndre Jordan, amazingly enough. You can also see in the top left that the last 3 games for Ben in the fourth quarter, he has not been getting run. 6 minutes per last quarter, 3 shots, and no free throws in that. 3 assists and 3 turnovers. But as your boys alluded to in the chat, Miracle Tree, we saw a 10-point quarter from him yesterday. And that was once again a little bit of a teaser as to what Ben is capable of, but we just don't see it nearly enough. So it's going to be interesting. But this game, we'll see how we go. Let me get the main overlay up. There we go. Alrighty, so we are very close to kicking things off here. My voice is somewhat back. It could be a little bit cooked by the end of this, but overall, there's not long to go in this pre-game. Let's get this show on the road in just a minute. So yeah, I'm highly wary that this could serve as a bit of a trap game, but yep, the starting 5 is the exact same, so no surprises there for the Nets. But yeah, for the Pistons, it is a little bit of a different story with Bay, Burks, Ivy, Bogdanovic, and Duran. So they're not as tall as we are, but you know, it's not going to be an easy game, I do think. You guys in the community tab did say that, well, it was, I think, a very lopsided vote towards the Nets winning this game, and hopefully we can bounce back with the win. But we'll see how we go. Once again, there's going to be a bit of importance on starting the game strongly. Bit low. You may have to put the volume up. If you can't put it any higher on your device, you may need to elevate it. I just don't want to burst someone's eardrums because I scream or something. So we're getting a few sound is low. Okay, well, I'll put it up, but don't complain if I scream and it's too loud. Let me know if that's any better. It's been the exact same in every single stream, so I haven't really adjusted anything, but maybe it's because I'm not speaking loudly. I don't know, but maybe the sound actually is different. That definitely can't be right. But I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Because yeah, I haven't changed anything. Alrighty, we're about to tip things off in this game. Let me know if the volume's a little bit better. But here we go. This is a game that you need to win, given the tough run of form that the tough run of games we're going to be facing in the next couple of weeks without Kevin Durant. We need to capitalize here. And tip-off is won by Clax. So Kyrie Irving going to control. Nets in white, and the Pistons in some weird ass green or grey. I don't know what colour that is. Ben, hook shot is a fucking airball or a block. I refuse to believe he missed it that badly. But it will be the Pistons controlling here, and it is now Burks. So Ivy's going to receive it. Clax defending. Ivy with the acceleration and the reverse by Jaden Ivey. So that's going to be a little bit of an issue if we can't control that. Ben, you had a fucking shot and you passed it away. And now the Pistons win the ball off a loose ball turnover. And Alec Burks ain't going to shoot the three because your boy Clax is manning it. So Burks will get it back on the wing. Duran picked up by Royce. Good defense. Royce holds his own there. Ivy now going to shoot a... Wow. A little bit of a rainbow jumper in the mid-range by Jaden Ivey. He's got the first couple of buckets for Detroit. And we've got to get into a healthy offensive set here because the first two possessions have been a little bit cancerous. Royce to Clax, and he's going to take it off the dribble. Held up by Ivy. Joe for three. Is off to the left, and the Pistons rebound, and Bogdanovic will bring it ahead. So the high screen by Duran. Bogdanovic drive and kick, and straight through the hands, and it is out of play for the Pistons. Nets will regain. So Detroit have a garbage defensive rating, apparently. Royce for three. The rim barely moves, or the net barely moves. The rim cannot move. And that's our first bucket of the game. 4-3. Pistons. Ivy. Same spot. Got it. And he has got all their points in the opening couple of minutes. So, good start for him. Holding up the fort offensively early. And now Ben is guarded by Ivy. Ben, you've got to take him on the bounce. Enough of the extra passing, Ben. You've got Ivy on you, dude. Does my head in, man. That's the second time in this game. I mean, he had an extra help defender to deal with, but you've got to just get the shot up. Kyrie, Clax, good take, and off the window for two. And Clax continues where he left off. Bogdanovic on the baseline, that's off, and that's going to be off Duran. And it will be Nets ball on the baseline. We will inbound it, and Ben will bring it up. So 6-5. Ivy got the opening 6 for the Pistons. And for the Nets, well, it's been a shared effort between Royce and Clax for the opening 5 points. Kyrie going to get it on a handoff. And he's got Burks on him. Step back. Deep two. Got it. Top of the key. And the lead is back in the hands of the Nets. Well, for the first time this game. So Burks. Off-ball screen set by Duran to get Bogdanovic open momentarily. Doesn't shoot it. Now he drives on Clax. Forces a pass. Does Clax. And they're going to have to put one up with one. And no chance. Oh, you are fucking joking. Bro, Royce, what the fuck are you doing? That is the biggest fraud of a foul you could have possibly done. He's contested a 3 from the Barclays Center logo and hit Ivy. Is that not an offensive foul? That is rubbish. He kicked his leg out to the right. That is a load of shit. That is not a foul. Oh, my life. That is rubbish. Royce, though, on the closeout, you can't be that careless. I mean, he shot it from about 40 feet and you fouled him. You've got to have more awareness than that. That is rubbish. He's clearly kicked his leg out to the right. It's the most blatantly obvious call to make as an offensive foul. That's some James Harden type shit right there. But Jaden Ivey has scored every single one of their points. And, well, the Pistons are up now by 2. So Ivy's got all 9 for the Pistons. Kyrie now on the outside. Gonna try take Burks off the dribble, and the push shot rattles around the rim, and he scores for 2. And it's all tied up. So Sadiq Bey, it's up at the key. The switch sees Clax on him. The pass to Ivy, who's left open for 3. And what is Kyrie doing there? That's lackluster defense. Just let him put up the shot. He's got all 12 now for Detroit. And last time we played the Pistons, Jaden Ivey was also on song there. Kyrie's going to back down Ivy, get the foul, and he will be shooting a couple of shots. But it's been Ivy or bust at the moment on the offensive side for the Pistons. Well, yeah, he's outscoring the team single-handedly. And look, it's been working thus far. You know, they've scored obviously 12 points. They're leading, you know. If we don't play defense, every team in the league can score 120 on us. Well, that's the case for every single team in the league every single night. If you don't play defense, you're going to get absolutely roasted. Because these are NBA players. They're capable. They're professionals for a reason. They're going to knock down wide open shots. If you give them way too much space. They practice in those conditions in training. You know, they're not going to disappoint most of the time. So, what type of fouls are they calling? Well, there was one bullshit foul on Jaden Ivey. Clearly initiated the contact with his right leg. Royce was a little bit erratic on the closeout. It was a 40-foot three-pointer, and he fouled him on it. So, pretty questionable, but you know what, it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to dwell on it. Sadiq Bey on the wing, picked up by Joe Harris. Shoots off the glass. That's off, but Duran gets the rebound. Kyrie, for a split second, had possession. And then it ended up with Duran again. Now Ivy going to take Irving off the dribble. Extra feed to Bey. 2 to shoot. Clax with the block. And now we break out in transition. Ben fucking tripped over his own feet. That is clearly our ball. They're literally supposed to call technical, but no, let's call the foul. Well, it's just, I don't even, the referees, man, make it all about them. That's an excellent decoy play by Joe Harris. It looked like they were going to feed it to him in the corner, but Clax cut down the middle and had an uncontested dunk waiting on the doorstep. So now 13-12 Nets. Alec Burks, they still have not scored a bucket outside of Jaden Ivey. All 12 of the Pistons' points are Jaden Ivey's. Bey, kick out to Burks, tries to take Clax on the bounce, and he does it successfully. 14-13, Pistons up. Kyrie, early offense, not going to shoot the 3 on the wing. No, he is. Got it! Foul +1. Hand in his face, and no worries. And the Nets are flying offensively at the moment. The ball is moving. It's looking pretty fluent. But yeah, that was an excellent play by Ben Simmons on the sideline to just wait for the right moment there with your boy Claxton cutting to the rim and Joe going to the corner and attracting 2 defenders. There was a little bit of miscommunication there, but so far so good. If we're looking at offense, let's have a look at the box score. Well, let me actually get the thingy up. I need to get there it is. Hang on. I still have the box score from yesterday. Okay. And, is it going to load up? Come on. Oh, it's taken piss. Okay, there we go. We got it. So yeah, you can see Jaden Ivey has scored every single one of his, basically every single one of the Pistons' points, and made every single one of his shots. So that's worked out pretty well for the Pistons thus far. But the Nets have got 9 from Kyrie, and 4 for Clax and 3 to Royce. So we simultaneously are shooting the ball well. We've hit a couple 3-pointers, which is nice to see. once again, the defense is a little bit lackluster, but Jaden Ivey's really utilised the pace. So that's. I mean, if you're going to use something to your, or if you've got strengths, you've got to use them wisely, and that's what Ivey has done. Ivey has done early on in this game. Naz Reid and Serge Ibaka mentioned by Locked On Nets as possible targets. Well, Naz Reid makes a lot of sense. He's not going to require a lot to, or it's not going to require a lot of capital to give up. We're actually seeing if this is a flagrant foul. Serge Ibaka doesn't really make sense because I don't really know what he offers at like 35 years of age. But Naz Reid makes sense. He's got a decent enough post game. He's got a 3-point shot on him. It's not overly reliable, at least this season it hasn't been. But you could get him. You could get Mo Bamba. There's a couple options there. So yeah, it's an interesting discussion. It's a flagrant. So we're going to get shots and ball. This could be a 6-point play. Could be a 6-point play, to be honest, yeah. LeBron James, you sir are a net. Well, I wish. Actually, no, I don't wish. It'd be one heck of a viewing experience, but at the same time, I can't help but think the brand of basketball would be a little bit questionable. So Kyrie's going to get a shot, which is good. Okay, whoops, I've accidentally increased it unconsciously, subconsciously. So we're going to get the ball on the side as well. So we got a 3, we got the flagrant free throw, and as a result of the flagrant, we're also getting the ball. So this could be a 7-point play. So Warren is in, Morris is in, and Joe and your boy Kalax has gone to the bench. Kyrie, doubled, Warren, Royce on the other wing. Now Ben in the post on Bogdanovic. Push shot by Ben is short. For fuck's sake, Ben, look at the size you got. Turn around. Oh, my life. Ivy left wide open on the 3. And then somehow, even though we didn't even pick him up, Ivy was able to skim pass it to a bloke under the rim to dunk it down uncontested. Poor communication there. So Warren, now to Royce. Morris. Gonna feed Kyrie. Morris is an open 3. He's got to knock that down, and he's off. So Duran with the rebound, and now Jaden Ivey. Going to bring it up. Early offense for the Pistons. Bay lets it fly. That's off. Warren rebound. Kyrie going to bring it up. Early offense for the Nets. Kyrie. Ben nearly got the tip in, and it is off. And now we've got a lot of pace in this game so far. Duran in the post. Got Warren on him. Morris comes in to help. And somehow 2 defenders under there. And Duran, the one, wins out with a foul. Going his way. My audio is quiet. Yeah, so many people have said that today. I have absolutely no clue why that's the case. Because it's been perfectly fine for ages. I'll buff it up to normal. That should be fine. That doesn't make sense. It's so much quieter than usual. I may have to suss that out after the game, but you're probably going to have to put your volume on full blast, probably. Duran makes the free throw. Maybe we'll suss it out. You may have to pop up your system volume. Because, yeah, like, I actually don't know the reason. I'll have to suss it out at halftime because, yeah, I'm not 100% sure why this is the case. Maybe it's because that's further away. I don't know. Kyrie. Royce. Back to Kyrie. Doubled. Weaves through. Ben. They were looking for an alley-oop there. That was never on. The pass was awful. And now Pistons in transition. Bogdanovic Little runner. That's off. Didn't get the roll. And Royce with the board. And it looks like we'll slow things down with the Pistons getting back. No, we won't. We'll get into offense early. Morris 2 on the baseline. Fucking hell. If Morris is going to be on the floor, he's got to knock down a couple shots, man. Burks 1-on-1 with Ben. They're looking for Duran. Oh, my God. Loose ball. Burks gets through. He missed the layup. Kyrie. Royce. It's a 3-on-1. Warren gets rid of Ivy. And the lead is back with the Nets. So, bit of frantic play going on here. We've got, I believe, Isaiah Livers and Diallo getting ready to come in. Okay, so the mic was the problem. Burks, Bay, corner 3, got it. In rhythm. Okay, well, I'll put the volume back down when we get there to the break. Kyrie to respond. Yes, sir! And no fuss there for Kyrie. That was probably the most pedestrian three-pointer he's ever scored. And I don't know what the fuck that zone defense was. Easy dunk for Duran. And we had 2 players on the baseline completely lost. Once again, Morris involved in that. Kyrie the Euro and the kick out. Royce doesn't shoot the 3. Morris in the corner. Good screen by Ben to free him up. And Morris missing a couple open looks that he should be scoring. Royce is going to get pinged for a blocking foul as Ivy hits the deck. And it will be a side out at the next changeover. So is the volume better? Just let me know if that's all Gucci. I'll put the volume back down, but if the volume's too low again, make sure to just let us know. Yeah, this microphone was, I think, a bit too far away. Cam Thomas coming into the game. And, well, with Seth Curry out, it's time for Cam to get it done. We have a foul, and it will be a side out. Isaiah Stewart in the game, playing off the bench, which is an interesting move by the Pistons. Bogdanovic going to shoot over Warren. That is off to the left. Rebound Morris, and now Sumner going to bring the ball up. So Cam will probably play off ball here. He's going to get it here now, though. Feeds Warren in the corner, and now Morris in the post, picked up by Livers on the baseline. Cam going to drive on Diallo. Shoots the jumper. That's off. Bit short. And a rebound by Livers. Screen set by Stewart. Bogdanovic. Picked up by Morris. I don't like this matchup. Bogdanovic gets by. And scores. Falling to the floor. And it's a 25-22 lead. So now Warren going to drive. Turn his back. Lose the ball. Good double by the Pistons. They break out 3-on-1 and they fumble it out of bounds. Bogdanovic had it on a platter there and wasn't able to, well, gather the ball. So it will be a side out for the Nets. We got let off there. But right now, a bit of a, well, we're only down 3, but a bit of a lackluster start yet again on the defensive end. A lot of easy buckets for the Pistons that they should not be getting. You can't be affording them some easy looks at the basket, especially with the lack of quality they've got. At least that's what their record would suggest. Kyrie has got 13 already. It has been the most, chill 13 points of all time. The bench is going to look like that, which isn't ideal. I don't know why Utah hasn't got minutes. Shooting has fallen off a little bit. Probably, yeah, because Morris has taken 3 shots, which in no world should he have the second most shots on the team. I've already lost my voice. Excellent news. But yeah, that's the situation for the Nets at the moment. Clax hasn't gotten a rebound. The Pistons are shooting it a little bit better. As mentioned, they've got 12 from Ivy and 6 from Duran. The 6 points from Duran have been the most easy buckets you could possibly ask for. They've been uncontested dunks and free throws. So we've got to be better on that front. And Ivy scoring 12 is not okay. But the fact that we're only down 3 is decent enough, I guess. but I also can't take away from the fact that we are losing in the opening quarter, and we haven't really brought the same energy. Alrighty. Alrighty. That's one good thing about KD being out. It lets Curry get his rhythm back. Well, it doesn't automatically let that happen, but it allows you, or allows him to get more shots, and basically requires him to create a little bit more off the dribble, because he's going to get a little bit more usage. KD takes that away, and unsurprisingly, a lot of other players have to pick up the slack in that regard. So, yeah, I mean, Seth Curry is probably not scoring 32 ever with KD and Kyrie in the game, barring major, major off nights by KD and Kyrie, or one of them's in foul trouble. Anyway, play resumes with about 2.5 to play in the first quarter. We got Clax, Sumner, Morris, Warren, and Cam on the floor. Cam's going to basically carry this offense, you would assume, with Kyrie on the bench. And we got a high screen set by Clax, a switch. They're playing some good defense here with Kyrie off the floor. Warren, baseline 2, was an air ball. And Ivy with the board. It's been really good. Yeah, they've been really good defensively. Hayes for 3 is off. And he's going to be fouled by Diallo off the rebound. But yeah, they're switching basically everything. We seem to be fairly slow. We're not getting past any closeouts. They're blitzing at times. So it's what they've thrown at us scheme-wise. That's, it's probably why they've got the lead right now. Apart from Kyrie, not really anyone's gotten on the board offensively. Cam. ISO on Stewart. And he lost the ball. Diallo. It's a 3-on-2. Diallo, the pace, scores for 2, and they've really used the pace a lot in this opening quarter. Primarily because they've created a lot of turnovers. I don't know what we're doing here. Seriously. They're switching everything, and there's so many ISOs, dude. Sumner's got Stewart on him. He's got to take him on. Oh, my God. That was a really... it could have ended pretty nastily. I thought something was going to buckle under Sumner on the drive there, but he's going to get shots. He just lost his footing there, and Stewart wasn't vertical, and we're going to get shots here. So he just skidded with the left foot there. We know he's a good free throw shooter, so he'll knock down the first free throw, but yeah, it's not ideal. Not ideal, hey? So second free throw is good, and it's a 27-24 lead in the favor of the Nets. 1 minute or so to play. Opening quarter, Ivy has played the entirety of the first, and he's really held up the offense in that time, hence why they've got the lead. Ivy bounced pass to Stewart. We have a foul on Clax under the basket, and Stewart will be the recipient or the beneficiary. Patty Mills is in the game. So we're really delving into the bench here. Cam did not provide minutes with him on the floor. Or good minutes with him on the floor. Jaden Ivey to the bench. So, Burks, we got 5 to shoot for the Pistons. It's a chuck-up 3, and of course fucking Burks knocks it down. Oh, my life. 6-point lead, Pistons. Sumner gonna drive. And the kick out to fucking no one. I don't know what he was thinking there, but they're gonna get into offense pretty quickly. That's been the key to success in the first quarter. We've had 5 turnovers already in this game. Livers for 2. That's off. Clax with the good tap. The knock on to Patty Mills. And we could have easily squandered an extra possession, but Paddy is going to hold for 1. There's a 1 second difference between shot and game. Paddy is in an ISO. What the fuck is this offense? Paddy gonna pass to Clax, get it back. Ball fake. Morris 3. Got it! As the shot clock expires. And, well, I don't think that was drawn up. But you know what? Sometimes you've just got to make things up on the fly. And that is the opening quarter coming to an end. It is a 3-point lead to Detroit. The offense has been a little bit lackluster in the back end there. But defensively is probably where we need the most work. Diallo was an athletic beast. I liked him a lot in OKC. Well, yeah, I actually think that OKC used the pick we traded to them to get Diallo, I think. Paddy Masterclass. Well, yeah, I hope so. He's probably going to need to do that. He's going to need to do a fair bit in order to make up for the Seth Curry absence, which we desperately... Well, Seth is a big loss because in the Kyrie bench minutes, we need a shot creator, and Seth Curry was offering that. But with him out, it becomes a little bit more blurred. The lines become more blurred in terms of who's going to take on that responsibility. Is there any chance we're all underestimating the impact of Ben's back surgery, maybe just still not able to fully extend aggressively? That's all it can possibly be. Back injuries infamously take so long to recover from. They're a bit debilitating. We're never going to understand the full extent. Even the players or the people close to him aren't going to ever understand the injury as much as Ben is, because he's the one physically laboring with it. Box score time, you can see the Pistons. Ivy scored their first 12 points, and then he hasn't taken a shot since. Shooting the ball well, the Pistons, we got to knock that number down. The Nets have got 13 from Kyrie and a couple other contributions, not really of note. We're shooting the ball pretty well from 3, but overall we've just got to be a little bit more improved in terms of looking after the ball. That's what did us in yesterday. A lot of turnovers. I mean, the disparity between the Philly turnovers and our turnovers was quite large. It was 16 to 9, I think. So a lot of extra possessions we could have actually, that would have come in handy had we not turned the ball over. Against a Pistons team that look like they're really emphasizing playing with pace, we can't afford to turn the ball over, but their defensive system is really complemented. I have no clue why Utah hasn't gotten minutes in this game. I mean, he did play some extended minutes down the line yesterday, so a bit more than what he usually does. That was a really careless turnover by the Pistons. Very unprovoked. Ball just went straight through the hands of Stewart, so it will be Nets ball on the side without the Pistons even getting a chance to get into an offensive set. So Sumner on the outside, going to drive. Lose the ball, but it's another foul. And much like late in the first quarter, we've got a foul on Stewart, and Sumner will be heading to the free throw line. Hang on a second. They're fucking calling a side out. Of course they are. Couldn't be any more blatant. He's picked up his dribble, and they're calling a side out. You're out of your mind. You're off your rocker. Paddy for 3 off the screen. That was the worst fucking 3 I've ever seen in my life. And we come up empty on that possession. So Diallo, cross-court feed. Now Hayes on the wing. Back to Diallo up top. They feed Stewart, but the pass was errant. And now Patty Mills going to get through. Quick offense. Sumner one more to Morris. Catch and shoot 3 in rhythm. That rims out. So quick offense and Livers. Easy dunk under the basket. That is rubbish. You got to get back. You've got to, be more game aware. Ben just got rid of... Well, he got rid of the defender. That clearly is a shooting foul. He's picked up his... Oh... It probably was a travel, though, even if... I don't know if it was a travel, but... It's going to be another side out. The amount of times they're calling fouls on the side when, I mean, the Sumner one before was definitely in the shooting motion. Patty Mills, cross, stop, pop, got it in the mid-range. 2 for Patty Mills. And that's our first bucket of the quarter. Needed. Hayes, looking, he's doubled. Stewart, kick out to Burks. Gonna drive. What is Warren doing? What a fucking traffic cone, dude. We got a foul under the basket. Warren just so flat-footed on that possession, man. I just feel we're being so unaware of how the game's being played right now. It's very, very clear how the Pistons want to play this game. They got it on their terms right now. That's why they're winning. First free throw is off back iron. That's off. And the best result coming out of this trip will be a split pair. Alrighty, so 10.5 to play second quarter. Early going. First quarter, Ivy scored the first 12 for the Pistons. Kyrie's got 13 for the Nets. Free throw by Burks is good. Lead out to 4. So Ben going to feed Patty, and Ben will facilitate the offense. Oh my God, miscommunication. Patty was looking for something else. Ben just passed it to no one, and now Hayes got lost in midair, and that's going to clearly be Nets ball. It's not a game that looks like it's featuring the number 4 seed in the East. I can tell you that much. Oh, man. So 10-16 to play. Ben, you've got to take responsibility in this quarter, man. Sumner's fouled again, and it will be shots this time. And he has caused a few problems on the drives. There's been a lot of fouls on his drives. This is probably the third one of the game. I'm missing Bruce Brown this season. He's one of those glue guys that your team appreciates, the coach appreciates. But yeah, look, probably not a great fit, especially in a game like this. I mean, now Bruce can knock down threes, which is a good, obviously a good attribute to have. In the NBA, you know, you practically can't, you know, have time on the floor if you're a guard or a forward and you can't shoot threes. Livers is a wide open 3. I don't know how that's happened, but Livers missed awfully badly, and now the Nets will have a chance to take the lead. Patty's going to have a 3. Good pick and pop, and that one's off. So Killian Hayes. Picked up by Utah. Pull up mid-range is well short. Ben somehow did not get the ball, and the Pistons have another possession. Diallo's short on the shot. So no offense on the floor here for both teams. Sumner again puts his head down and scores off the window for 2. And Edmund Sumner has basically, you know, adopted responsibility of this Nets offense. Hayes is another wide open 3, and this one is fluent this time. That cannot be allowed. Once again, too easy. The amount of open looks they are getting in this game. Ben, you need to just put your head down and drive to the cup. Sumner, foul +1! That 3 was so smooth, the net didn't move. I'm spitting bars out here. Livers, very, very careless closeout, and Sumner has been the offensive spark we've needed. I didn't expect this. I didn't expect this offensive, you know, groove early in this second quarter. He's scored, I think, all of our points, and look, I'm not complaining. The lead is back with the Nets, and amazingly enough, with Kyrie off the floor, the offense has somehow not hit stagnation. So Hayes gonna drive, pass out to Livers, one more to Burks, ball fake, bounce pass. What is Joe doing on the fucking baseline? Letting Diallo gather the ball. Simple bounce pass again. Joe gonna shoot a 3. He got it! Swish. And, look, shit defense, but good offense by Joe. Ben, please don't be careless with it. For fuck's sake, Ben. Oh, my life. Ben to the corner for Utah. Spin. Kick out. Joe. Drive. Turn. Missed it. Got his own board. Puts it up and in for 2. And we got a timeout. Dwayne Casey would be unhappy with that. And the Nets have a 4-point lead. It hasn't been clean, but sometimes that's just got to be the way you roll. And I have to say it's been an unlikely source of offense. I mean, we needed someone to step up. And well, in this quarter, it's been Edmund Sumner getting the job done. We'll have a look at the box score now, and you will see the shooting has actually gotten better, amazingly enough, in this quarter. You can see that Sumner's got 10 on 2 shots. It's been hella efficient by him. He's been in the free throw line a crap ton with 5 free throws already. And that's the mentality we want from Ben. You know, the man's taken 3 shots and done not much. So Sumner's like fucking 6 foot whatever. Ben is like 6'10" and has pace. Like, that should be borderline unstoppable, man. Like, even, you should just be able to get to the free throw line. Pistons are still shooting the ball exceptionally well, in spite of us playing well as well. Ivy's got 12, Burks has got 6, and then you've got a little spread of scoring by the others. But yeah, the shooting's got to be, cut down for the Pistons, because they've had a lot of looks that you probably can't afford to give a team that, thrives off confidence and whatnot. So, yeah. Overall, though, it's been a decent fight back. We found ourselves down 6 early in the quarter, I do believe, and we're being able to swing, swing the momentum in our direction. And it's really been on the back of forcing a few mid-range jump shots. So, like, I'm awfully happy to give Isaiah Livers and Killian Hayes mid-ranges. Because, the majority of the time, they're not going to knock those down, especially if we have a defensive presence in there. Gee, this is a staggering stat. So, the last 4 games, Clax has scored in not double figures, 20 or more. And in the first 134 games in his career, he scored 20 once. So, this has been an offensive leap. An offensive improvement that I don't think anyone anticipated whatsoever. But I'm not complaining at all. The fact that Clax can score 20 plus now gives all new meaning to his game. Daniel Berry, hope you're doing well, my guy. Welcome back to the stream. We have resumed play. And Pistons have got Bogdanovic back on the floor. The Nets running the same lineup. The 3 in the face of, I don't know who that was, but it was Killian Hayes. So that's a little bit annoying, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm probably, taking that shot. I'm happy to give that one away. Sumner going to drive again. Nope. He's going to hold his play up a little bit, then drive, and he tried to flip it up and in. Didn't get the angle, and now Pistons in transition. Diallo stops. Stewart just lost the ball, and it is clearly... Are you kidding? Oh, my God. What are these referees looking at, fam? Stewart just lost the fucking ball out of bounds. It's going to be Piston ball. The pass out is really lofted, and Sumner nearly swoops on it. That was very ropes. Stewart going to fake on the 3. Now Livers. The switch sees Utah on him, and Diallo is going to feed Stewart in the post with Ben on him. Mid-range 2 is good. So a couple buckets for the Pistons gives them the lead back, and we've had quite a few lead changes in this game, and a couple of ties. So Ben, now to Joe. He's going to drive and kick to Utah. The three is nearly a wedgie. Bogdanovic. Who on earth is picking him up? The miss is off. Or the miss is obviously off. That's going to be still in for the Pistons. We forced an initial miss. And now the Pistons got the rebound via loose deflections. And Hayes pulls up for two uncontested. Sumner, early offense. That's a block by Livers. And the Pistons again with pace. Hayes. Alley-oop. Diallo. Got to call a timeout. And immediately, we're up 4 about a minute ago. And now a 9-0 run since the timeout has seen the Pistons get back in front and playing on their terms. Clax is a great surprise this year. He is the third best player without question. 100%. That's undisputed. Get Kyrie back in here. Well, offense was good for a moment, but like we just haven't been. I don't think we've gotten our hands dirty. You know, there's been a couple loose deflections, a couple missed shots that we haven't been swooping on because we've been flat-footed and yeah, we just haven't really been awake. Very slow to react on a lot of, 50-50 contests. So until we actually wake up and control our destiny and bringing the energy, we're not going to win this game. So it's got to be, we've got to have a little bit more urgency here. I'm disappointed we are doing this against the Pistons. Well, last night, if we played the exact same way we did against the Sixers, we probably will destroy this team. But it's the turnovers that are killing me and the offense. I mean, Seth Curry being out is a big disadvantage. Because basically those Kyrie minutes are going to be, or those minutes without Kyrie are going to be very, very questionable. I won't know what to expect. Sumner's probably been the only player that can hold his head up high. The defense by the bench unit has been an atrocity. More often than not. There's been a lack of communication. The Pistons are getting into offense early, and credit to them because they're identifying that we're very slow on getting back. And there's been a lot of open looks as a result of them simply pushing the pace and getting into an early offense. So 6:09 to play. The Pistons have the second worst record in the entire league, and we're losing to them. What a damn surprise. But Kyrie is probably back in the game for the back end of this second quarter. Pistons just went on a 9-0 run. They called a timeout. They come out of the timeout and go on a 9-0 run in about a minute. So, yeah. So, play resumes with Kyrie back in the game. Royce is in, and Clax is also in. He's currently in the corner for some weird reason. We're playing 5 out. Kyrie now going to be doubled. What is Patty doing there? That off-ball movement was sus, but now we have an open 3 in the corner. And that's off. Duran does well. Utah walks the tightrope and then threw it away. So even when we're getting the offensive boards, we're absolutely coughing it up. And now Ivy wide open. He misses the 3. We got a bit lucky there. Sometimes it's the unexpected that works better. Patty's going to drive and kick it out to Royce in the corner. One more for Clax. The ball is popping. Clax off the window and he exploits the mismatch. That is exactly what Ben needs to do. He had Ivy on him. It was an easy hook shot off the glass. And the lead's back down to 3 for the Pistons. So Bogdanovic for 3. That's off. He has not found his shot, but Duran chases up the rebound. Don't ask me how that's happened. Bay now in the corner. He fed Hayes on the wing, and now Kyrie's got that matchup. Hayes backs him down, shoots the 2. He's short. Utah is going to leave that one to roll out, and we will get possession. there's just got to be a little bit more communication on offense as well, because a couple times they haven't checked their run and players have thought that they're going, you know, somewhere else when they're actually not. Royce, really good ball fake. The three is off. So that was a decent offensive possession. Royce has got to, you know, do the pass justice. That ricochet by the ball was so weird. It ended up in the lap of Kyrie. He lost it, and no foul. So Hayes is going to swoop. Bogdanovic, kick out. Bay, 5-on-4. The three is off, and it's sat on the top of the rim, and it will be Nets ball. But once again, turnovers, our undoing. Pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. But that last offensive possession, if that's a sign of things to come, then I'm going to be happy, because open look. Oh, that was a couple possessions ago. Not the turnover that followed the possession after. Royce was looking for Paddy in the corner. The Pistons read it. Skim pass gets it ahead to Ivy. That pass was a little bit of a boomerang, and it's been a very turnover-heavy game in this one. Very reminiscent of the Spurs game, where there were a fuck ton of turnovers. There's been 16 between both sides in this one, and we've still got 3:50 to play in the quarter. So they're going to roll it out to Ivy, picked up by Patty Mills. The switch, Duran rolled, the pass went through hands, and now the Nets will just probably stay composed here. Kyrie scores off the window, gets the, he utilizes the soft touch. It's a 5-on-4, though, because Kyrie got back late, and Bogdanovic misses the three. Clacks with the board, and the Nets. Kyrie! Oh! He got it! Pulls up, nonchalant, in a nonchalant fashion, and knocks it down, and just gets back to his mark without kicking up a stink or making a fuss out of it. He's just going to think about the next possession. Killian Hayes to Duran on the outside. The pass out to Bogdanovic. The switch sees Royce on him. Bogdanovic on the bounce. Extra feed. Duran, as the shot clock expires, he scores for 2 and ties the game at 49 with 3 minutes to play in this opening half. Patty Mills, drive, lost the ball. We're in the bonus after Hayes drew the foul, or picked up the foul on a reach. So Kyrie has been a magician in this game. Kyrie from the Barclays Center paint. And, Kyrie's just, he's feeling it. The 4 games that he was stinking up the gaff, he's made up for it with the last 4. So, Patty Mills misses 1, and the second is good. Can't imagine he's been to the free throw line all that often this season, if at all. So, 2:44 to play, opening half, and Ivy going to drive on Royce, and we've got a foul on Royce. 3 fouls for him, and this referee is a tosser. I literally feel like he referees every single Nets game, and it only results in disappointment. I kind of want to see them feed Clax in the post more often. Well, now that Clax is sort of forcing defenses to be accountable, they'll probably double him when he's in the post. And that's probably a good thing, because there'll be an open shooter around somewhere. I'm back at work and listening in. Well, I mean, if that works for you, then go ahead, mate. Happy I can bring the action to you. But it's 51-50. Ivy made both free throws, and Kyrie is going to get the ball into the half court. Patty Mills was open for a brief second. They get it to Utah in the corner instead. He drives down the middle. Shows the ball. Didn't shoot. Clax rolls. Lost the ball briefly. Got it back. Spin. Excellent move. And it was excellent craft by Clax. He had the defender going one way. He went the other. And he got the bounce. So Ivy on the outside. The lead is 1. I thought it was going to be not for long because Ivy somehow had a wide open 3. Instead, Nets. Excellent pass to Clax. Oh my god. Clax is just so good at the basket. The composure there. He had 2 defenders converge. And he just had the composure to wait for the defender to jump. And then got in an excellent position to score off the glass. Burks for 3. That's short. Rebound. Oh, Kyrie! Oh my god, he's ball watching. We had the positioning. Warren and Clax for it. I can't even say it. Utah's wide open in the corner for 3. And usually he knocks those down. He's money. But on that occasion, he's off. Paddy just got sent. He missed it. Utah with the board. We push the pace. Kyrie. Transition. Euro. He missed it. Utah missed the tip. Kyrie missed the tip. And Mills with the pace. Irving. Extra pass. Utah got it +1. Oh, my life. Oh. Take a deep breath, people. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Paddy just arrived like the Flash. And that's the kind of energy we want. Kyrie, I don't know if he was trying to shoot that or he purposefully threw it behind him to mask it as a miss. And ultimately it worked out in the end. I don't care how it happens, but Utah knocks down the free throw to give us a 4-point lead. That was one of the most hectic possessions I've seen all season. Ivy's going to let the ball roll. It gets past the halfway line, and now he will pick it up and feed Bay. Burke's going to drive. Roll it back out. He's got Clax on him. You do not want to go in there. Bay shoots a 3. Paddy with terrible defensive rotating. Warren went under the screen. Paddy, you have to pick him up. And unfortunately, Bay with way too much space. You can't permit that. So, 1-point game. Kyrie not going to shoot a 3. He's not that crazy. No look to Warren in the corner. That 3 is off. Clax with the board. And the kick out to Utah. He goes down the middle and was swatted. But there's a foul involved. And that would have been an extreme highlight. So, yep, there was contact initially. I feel like there was a little bit of contact initially with the left side, but he definitely got the block very cleanly. It's going to be shots, though, for Utah, and the first is good. This is embarrassing. We should be up double digits against this team. I would consider it incredibly lucky we're up 3. Or up 2. Because our defense has been wacko. Second free throw is good. I tell you what, like, the defense has been ass. Like, it's been bad. So many open looks, man. The minute we switch on defensively, that is when this game is going to break wide open. 3-second difference between shot and game. Ivy top of the key, picked up by Kai. Burks in the corner, picked up by Mills. Burks tried to... You can't be fucking serious. The shot clock expired. It would have been a violation, but Patty Mills, known for his defensive ability, is the fouler in that situation. I don't know if Alec Burks tried to manufacture something, but he worked it out pretty well there. He's going to get the benefit of a couple shots. So this would send the game to a 1-point margin between the two teams. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support and subscribe if you are new. We're going to be back for the next Nets game, which I believe is against the Knicks on, in a couple days' time. So, both made, and Kyrie going to have to get it ahead, behind the back, 3 from the logo, was short, and it's off, and that's the half. 59-58, and that is going to be all she wrote in the first half. Score line is 59-58, as you can see there. Yeah, we'll be doing every single game. Well, the next half dozen games we're going to be covering on this channel. So if you're new, make sure to subscribe if you want to stay notified. We also have mid-season awards coming up on this channel. I need you guys to vote if you haven't already. There's a link in the description. It's a Google form. Fill it out. It'll take 5 or so minutes. Yeah, pretty simple shit. But we need as many votes as possible if we want these awards to be as legitimate as possible. Otherwise, I just simply won't do them. So yeah, but if we go to the box score, you will see that the shooting is not great. And that's probably been beefed up by the amount of rebounds we got on that one possession with Utah. But overall, the bench scoring, well, we've needed a bit more from them, and the bench has not played ideally. Kyrie's got 18, and it's been a very easy 18, I would feel. Clax has scored 10. He's playing at such a high level, and the efficiency is through the roof. We saw pre-game stat that Clax is on track to break the season record for field goal percentage. Oh, sorry, no. Career record for field goal percentage is very close to beating out DeAndre Jordan. Obviously a long way in his career to go, but that's just a good sign there. Joe has only played 8 minutes, and I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing because he's knocked down a couple shots, but at the same time, the defense has been wacko. Patty Mills playing 13 minutes, nearly the same amount as Ben and Clax. I'm not having that. That's a bit of a rubbish rotation, but with Seth Curry out, it's probably a little bit understandable. That said, why has Sumner only played 9 minutes and Patty's played 13? I don't get it. So the shooting's been whack, but the Pistons, well, we got their shooting percentages down. They were playing at a very high level in the first half. They had, 60% from the field and I think 50% from 3. That number's gone down drastically there. Killian Hayes off the bench with 8. That's been decent for them. They got 14 from Ivy, but a lot of that happened in the first half of the first quarter. So Sadiq Bey and Alec Burks, those guys have been knocking down a few shots and getting to the free throw line. We look at the free throws, actually. 10 of 11 for the Pistons and 12 of 13 for the Nets. So there's been plenty of that happening. The three-point shooting, I believe both teams were 6 of 10 from 3 at one stage. But you can see that has fallen off a cliff in the last, 5 or 6 minutes. But I do think free throws are going to be a large factor of who wins this game. The more free throws you can create, especially in a game where offense is going to be a little bit hard to come by with not many sources of offense, you're going to have to put your head down and score. And so if there's a big disparity there, that could be the decisive factor. 8 offensive rebounds as well for the Nets. 3 of those to Utah, which is awesome. Probably off that one possession, but the fact we've got 8 in the first half is pretty solid. 5 to the Pistons there. But the big thing for me is turnovers. We've created, but we also can't stay away from it. We've got 9 turnovers of our own. So not ideal there. But first half is done and dusted. It is now all about what happens in the next 24 minutes. Kyrie is very clearly going to have to put this team on his back. Having scored 18 in the first half, he's probably going to need to go ahead and score a fat 22 in the second half and get a 40 piece. He's only scored... Well, he scored 18 in only 15 minutes, which is highly efficient. And to be honest, 15 minutes, I felt like he was on the floor a little bit more, but the more he's energized for this second half, the better, because obviously second half of a back-to-back. So we're leading, even with Kyrie only playing 15 minutes. A number of the starters also at this pace, on track to play sub 30 minutes. If we can get the game, out to a respectable lead, then, they probably don't breach the 30 minutes, but it's just going to be interesting to see how things pan out. I'm late from what I see. There's no Kevin Durant. There has been no Kevin Durant for quite some time now. He's going to be out for a bit longer in this game, in this season. So it's going to be interesting to see when he returns, but I'm hoping that it's going to be sooner rather than later, obviously. Yeah. But Ben, I tell you what, he's got to pick up the pace, man. It's been rubbish every time he's on the floor. Like, he's had opportunities to shoot the ball. It just really confuses me. It baffles me why he doesn't have the same confidence as Clax, bro. If you can't play at a high level, then you shouldn't be in the starting lineup. It's pretty simple. For a team that needs your services, you need to be delivering when you get minutes. And for you to have the second most minutes of the team in a game where the minutes are being distributed pretty evenly, that means you need to step up. You can't be scoring fucking donuts in the first half as a supposed third option in a game where you're missing your number one scorer. Like, Edmund Sumner is looking better. Edmund Sumner's looking better. You could play Sumner. You could play fucking Morris for all I care. Morris has more fucking assertiveness than Ben does in going to the basket. So yeah. I think it is time to trade for Collins. That is not happening. We can't be doing that. I'm not going to accept a Collins trade. I am very curious. For those in chat right now, who would you like to see at the Nets? Who would you like to see us trade for? And I will justify whether it's a good or a bad idea. Just to have a little bit of conversation. I personally think it's a guy that I'd like to see traded for that I think is low risk, high reward is Cam Reddish. And Cam Reddish has not delivered on the NBA level for, basically his whole career. But I feel as if there's definitely a lot of talent in there. I mean, he was playing like an absolute beast in college, and sure, sometimes it doesn't translate to the NBA level, but at the same time, there's a player in there. He doesn't get any minutes at the Knicks. I want to see season stats because I can't imagine they're very high. But, like, as a low-risk, high-reward option, it feels like it would make sense. Like, he's just got so many DNPs in there. It's actually nuts. The last time he properly played was the 4th of December. Every other game, he's got a DNP. Which is just tragic. He's played one game, he's played like 3 or 4 games with 30 or more minutes. He had one game in there where he scored 26 in an overtime loss, I do believe. No, in just a normal loss, but my friend said that we should trade KD for Embiid. I bashed him. Well, you were completely within your right to do that. If Embiid ever was on a team I support, I would jump ship. I can't watch that guy. If he was on my team, I would just not follow. But In terms of Cam Reddish, he's averaging 8 points, a rebound, and an assist. He's shooting 45% from the field. I don't know what his 3-point stat is. He's shooting 31% on threes. That is rubbish, but I refuse to believe he's that bad. You could give up, like, peanuts. You could give up peanuts for this guy. Simmons saved us from Harden. Well, James Harden, I mean, I remember watching him. Like, he was a bit of a cancer to watch as well. Like, even I remember when we'd get, like, fouls, or he'd, you know, draw fouls, watching him, I was even like, that's just a bit of a bullshit foul to milk, basically. I used to play with Edmund Sumner in 7th grade. That's pretty sick. I mean, yeah, playing with people that are now playing in the top level. I'd like to know, if you did play with him, how rapid he was. If we don't torch these guys in the third quarter, this is ridiculous. KD will be back after the All-Star break. Well, I'm just thinking that the loss of Seth Curry is so underrated in a game like this. It would make life so easy. You wouldn't have to get these Patty Mills minutes at all. Harden makes more jump shots flopping than shooting naturally. Well, there was like a bit of discussion around those 3-pointers he made down the stretch against us yesterday. There was discussion whether or not it could be considered offensive fouls because the leg landing was so far forward and he was basically trying to draw fouls. THT or Trendon Watford, that's the weirdest 2 plays I've ever seen as recommendations, but God, no. That doesn't make any logistical sense. I just feel like for a switchable team, or a team that's based off switches, Cam Reddish could probably guard 1 through 4. He grew to be tall as hell, used to be short, and he played like Steph back then, he just shot the ball. Well, yeah, I mean, it's probably better that he, A, grew, and B, is emphasizing driving the ball now. If you had to have if you had one player to have for free, who would it be? I mean, that's just a completely tough question because there's so many good players in the NBA. Pretty tough to weigh up who I'd want. I would take Ja. It really depends. Is it a player that you want to build your team around? Is it a role player? That's such a generic, like a basic question. Because if there was one player I'd want for free right now, with the team we've currently got, I'd take back one of the Nets from the 18-19 season. I'd want J.A. or Dinwiddie or Karras. Just for the nostalgia, I think. Theo Pinson, actually. Theo as the Nets cheerleader was unmatched times. We're about to return for the third quarter, and it's a 1-point game. I would play Sumner and Watanabe more until we lost several games in a row. Yeah, I mean, Utah hasn't really gotten much run. Joe has really gotten no run. Cam Reddish would be good, though. I just feel, yeah, that's like, you could get him for peanuts. I feel like the Knicks would be dumb enough to, like, do that. You wouldn't be cut if you were a Knicks fan and you got rid of him. That said, I feel like he could outplay, you know, what the Knicks are valuing him at. I think, for sure. So, it's going to be an interesting way in which the trade talks pan out. I do think we need to get Naz Reid, but if we got Cam Reddish, I wouldn't be sad about it. I just think he needs to be given confidence, man. That said, he has had a lot of opportunities, and some of the time he's just been straight up horrible. Anyway, we'll talk about that another time. But right now we've got the Pistons with the ball here, and Bogdanovic just sent Joe out of the way, and that is probably why Joe is getting no run. Because that's a fucking stupid foul to give away. Joe gets completely discarded. He got hit in the head. Took the brunt of the bump and still gave away a foul. So, not great. So, Kyrie looking. Oh, please don't turn it over. Clax, good gather. Shoots over Duran and didn't get the roll. So, Pistons up 2. Early going third quarter. Ivy to Bay. That 3 is so fucking wide open and he knocks it down. And immediately Jacques Vaughn has said, this is fucking shithouse. Let's call a timeout. Rubbish start to the third quarter. It took a grand total of 38 seconds to call a timeout. Because, simply put, we've let them go on a 6-0 run. 2+1 for Bogdanovic, and then a 3-pointer by Bay. Our 3-point defense has been a load of crap in this game, I have to say. And if it hasn't been that, it's been the paint defense, which has also been wacko. So, yep, we've got to be much, much better than this. Alrighty. Alright. I am not going to lie, I'm pretty scared about the result of this game. Because I just don't think we have ever hit the required intensity. Especially in a game where the Pistons have not lied down. They very clearly are demonstrating they are not going to lie down. Because well, let's put it this way. The last time we played the Pistons, KD and Kyrie combined for 81 points. Like, that is ridiculous. And obviously the rest of the team combined for a measly, like, 43. And I think, basically, the entire roster played that day. I lost all hope. If KD's injured in the playoffs, we are definitely losing. Well, yeah. It's going to really impact us badly. So, given those, like, KD and Kyrie play a crap ton of minutes, obviously that comes with more opportunity to get injured. Regardless, 5-point game. We've got, obviously, the starting 5 on the floor. We have just got to lift. Intensity-wise, pretty poor start. 2 3-point plays. 1 done from the line and 1 done from the free throw line. Kyrie on the outside. Duran. Oh my life, dude. Are you fucking serious? Oh my life. Kyrie, dude. What are you doing? We had... It's almost like the ball didn't bounce up when Kyrie was dribbling it, and he just lost the handle. So it's going to be a jump ball. We nearly actually regained it, but Clax is actually going to be in the jump ball. Kyrie got let off the hook there because he was the first guy to force the kerfuffle. Alright. So Duran v Claxton in the jump ball, much like how the game started. Alrighty. So Clax v Duran. Clax is going to have to tap it right over his head. And he didn't win it. So it's going to be Pistons ball. Ivy. Switch. Drive by Ivy. Good work by Clax to force the feed out. Bogdanovic misses the three. Clax with the rebound. And we get it to Royce. Now the corner for Joe. Back to Clax. Back to Joe. Passing around the perimeter. Ben. Handoff. Royce. Joe again. Drive. Off the window. Block. And we got 3.7 to get a shot up. And I don't like the prospects of that happening. That was just way too easy for Bogdanovic to pick off. I'm going to be real. Joe's going to shoot a three. And knock it down. He's a marksman. And he's actually looking pretty decent with his jump shot in this game. 64-62. Bogdanovic picked up his dribble. Fed it to Bay in the corner. Drives baseline. Shoots over Ben and scores off one leg. Now Ben. Joe, come on, dude. Bullshit turnovers, man. Just costing us. So play will resume. And that was, I believe, blocked. Or a bad miss. But Kyrie's got it here on the wing. Picked up by Burks. Kyrie the acceleration. Try to draw a foul. He didn't get the call. And now it's Bogdanovic in transition. And Bogdanovic scores for two. So 6-point game. Pistons. Believe this is the equal highest margin of the game. Kyrie. Joe. Picks up his dribble. Clax takes it on the bounce. He's fouled. And it will be shots. So, well, once again, I mean, we say this every single game, and I sound like a broken record saying it. Defense will kick things off for us. Right now, the defense has been a bit lacking. And it's primarily because we can't look after the ball on our own end. So, Clax at the line, he hasn't been there all game long. The first free throw is long. And that's a bit unlike him. Usually short on free throws. So the second free throw coming up for Clax. He got it. So 68-63. And Ivy going to be guarded by Kai on the outside. Off-ball movement here for Duran. Excellent play. And Clax was offside. And a very easy two for Duran. Excellent off-ball movement between Bogdanovic and Duran. And now it is Kyrie. We've only had 4 shots. 1 made field goal. Excellent extra feed by Kyrie over the shoulder. And Clax with the dunk. With the 2 hands. So that's good offense. I like that. Ivy gonna drive. Clax stays with. Joe, what are you doing, man? You're getting beaten by a fucking center for pace. Duran with another dunk. Utah is about to check in, and you best believe it's going to be Joe going to the bench. Kyrie again. Trying to shake off Bay. Kick out to the corner for Royce. The 3 is well long. And now Bogdanovic in transition. Kyrie active hands. And we have Joe stepping on the sideline. So it's going to be Piston ball. But Oh, my life. We got a lift. Yep, Joe to the bench, as fucking expected. Joe for the offense is provided. Nah. For the offense is provided. It doesn't, compensate for the crap defending. So, we just lost a point somehow. Probably on that Joe 3. Earlier on in the quarter. Bay for 3. Oh, my life. He can't fucking miss. Yep, it was the Joe Harris 3 from before. Royce to Ben. They're up by double figures. Utah's an open 3. He got it. Come on, get a stop, man. Ivy going to drive on Royce. He got past him. The kick out to Bay again. Too much space. He drove and somehow scooped it up and in. Over Clax and Utah. The offense has been decent enough. The defense is shithouse. Kyrie, excellent feed, and Clax again with the composure to maneuver his way through a number of defenders that were right on his hammer. Ivy got right past Ben. Ivy missed. Bay with the excellent putback dunk. What are we doing? Ben just gave up on the defense. Possibly took a shot to the face, but seriously, man. Defense has been atrocious in this game. Kyrie is blitzed. Clax gonna dribble himself. Euro! And off the window, +1. Clax is seriously him. He is him. Bro, Clax is just... He's a bit of a cheat code in the paint. Looks like Clax got hit on the right arm, which is fairly unforgivable if you're Duran. Now make the free throw for fuck's sake, Clax. Come on. Oh my life, dude. He cannot be perfect on any free throw attempt. Whether it's to convert an N1. Nah. Why is Patty in the game already? Where's Sumner at, bro? Bogdanovic going to back down Royce. Utah with the block from behind. And it's going to be net ball on the side. Great help defense by Utah. And that's what we're going to need more of. Kyrie, quick offense. Utah gets past the closeout. Kick out Royce. 3, catch and shoot is short. I feel like Utah needed to drive that, or even Royce needed to drive that. So, Jaden Ivey on the outside. It's an 8-point game. Detroit. Patty is picking him up. And it's going to be a block on Patty Mills. Bro, why is he in the game? And more so, why is Patty guarding Ivy? The quickest bloke on the floor is getting manned up by Patty Mills, a 33-year-old who cannot stay with him for his life. Ben's going to the fucking locker room. Are you taking the piss? So, Bay, oh my life. What is that defense, dude? Communicate. What? How many points does Sadiq Bey have? Kyrie to respond. From way behind the line, knocks down the 3. But I don't care how much fucking offense works. Where is this defense at, bro? Ivy maneuvers through. Clax again, no answer. And it's going to be 2 more for Ivy. Get Sumner in and give him the direct assignment. The only guy that's keeping up with him is Sumner. Kyrie cross-court pass to Mills after he was doubled. Excellent pass by Mills. He attracted the defender, and Clax was open under the basket yet again. But man, play defense. We're going to get a timeout. I'd love to see the shooting percentages for the Pistons, because I feel like it's ballooned in this quarter. But, you know, the good thing is on the offensive side, for the majority of the time, we're playing well in terms of attracting defenders, bringing attention, and then finding the open man, and they're not really disappointing most of the time. But right now, the defense sucks. Clax has got 19 and Kyrie's got 21. Excellent performance by those two. You can't really complain anymore about what they've been contributing. Utah's been pretty good off the bench. Sumner, I'm mystified as to how he has 6 less minutes than Patty Mills and has contributed so much more. You can see our shooting's like that, but look at this. Shooting was like, excuse me, I reckon about 46% from the field and 30-something% from 3. They have knocked down a crap ton of shots in this third quarter, and that's why they've got a decent enough lead. That's why they've got a 9-point advantage in the quarter. Sadiq Bey has been on fire. 23 for him. He's shooting the ball lights out. And Jaden Ivey has slowed down. Duran has also been excellent. Bogdanovic has been rubbish. But the fact he's been rubbish and they're playing this well is a bit of a worry. But lead sits at 8 for the Pistons. I can't help but simply say one thing as to how we're going to win this game. Simply play defense. It has been wacko the whole game. And we have not really coped well. Which I don't even understand. Playing down to opposition has been a strong issue with this team. More often than not. More so in past seasons, we've, dealt with worse off opposition, more so this season. But that said, it's not taking away from this game, in which we've been pretty mediocre. That said, there is a long way to go. We've got 17 minutes of game action. And look, we can get, go on a 9-0 run and just like that, we've got the lead back. But in order to get a 9-0 run, you need to play defense. It's that simple. But we just haven't been awake. Haven't been awake on the defensive side. The communication, sometimes there's been, players have had to go under the screen. Or, a defender's gone under the screen and the other player hasn't stepped up. Ivy again fouled, dude. Patty. This is so dumb. I don't understand where your boy is. Sumner, dude. He played so well in the first half. Unless we're saving him for the Kyrie less minutes. Never mind. Sumner's in the game. But even so. Yep, well, Sumner's got the assignment now, but no fucking defense. That one did a full 360 around the basket. Ivy did everything right in that scenario, but unfortunately, luck was not going his way, and it will be Nets ball. So we once again catch a lucky break. The switch defense, we just haven't been up to the task. Communication's been so far gone in this game. Utah on the wing, back to Kyrie. He's picked up by Stewart. He's got to take this on. Kyrie for 3. He got it again! He is unstoppable from the outside. Diallo early offense. Clax with the block. No! Oh my life, Clax. That shot was so far off. And instead he got pinged for a goaltend. It would have been a stop. But unfortunately, it's not working. Kyrie is off on the 3. Ivy. Pass deflected. Piston ball on the baseline. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support and subscribe if you are new. Oh, that is a joke. He hit it off the side of the backboard and Clack swatted it after. Oh, my life. So, Detroit on the baseline. They get it into Diallo, picked up by Utah. And now they'll get it to Bey on the outside. He's picked up by Kyrie. Bey down the middle. There's a foul on the reach, I believe. But Kyrie is not happy with the whistle. So 86-79. The Pistons have had the lead basically the entire third quarter. The defense has been rubbish. The offense has suffered as a result. And now Stewart to Diallo. Back to Bay, who can't miss from three. So we've got to pick him up on the outside. Switch. Kyrie on him now. Bay on the baseline. Air ball. Stewart gets the board. Look at Morris fucking not existing under the basket. You're taking the piss, bro. And even, I think it was Utah under the basket. Morris just, I mean, to be fair, the miss was that bad that you probably, if it hits the rim, you've got the positioning, but the miss was that bad it ended up in the lap of Stewart, and now the lead's in double figures. So, 3:38 to play. And right now, this is rubbish. Sumner in an ISO with Stewart. Kyrie gets past the defender and scores off the glass. Defense, for the love of God, do it. I may need to employ the stop chant if we don't continue with this. Or if we continue with this. Hayes gets the roll. Yep. The stop chant is going to be employed, people. It's that time. Kyrie for three. He is fouled by Stewart, I believe, on the arm. It's going to be shots. With 3 to play. Ben doesn't have to shoot. He can occasionally, but he needs to fix his form and needs to play with more confidence and be more aggressive. Right now, he's not even on the floor. Because I believe he went down to the locker room with a potential injury. I don't even know what the injury was. I've got just as much information as you do on that. But Kyrie was fouled on the closeout. So for the second time tonight, we're looking to see if there is recklessness involved. And thus there will be shots and ball. So, yeah. I would not be in any way, shape, or form surprised if they call that a flagrant, but I think the right call is to not call that. Once again, my guess is as good as yours on this. So this is one of those 50-50 line ball calls that really can go either way. I mean, nonetheless, we're getting 3 shots, but let's have a look. It's another flagrant. So it's shots and the ball for Kyrie. That's the second time in this game that we've had a flagrant on the closeout on the 3. And it could come back to bite the Pistons with all these extra possessions being given away. So it will be shots for Kyrie. Kyrie misses the first free throw. Are you fucking serious, Ben? He's out of the game with knee soreness. I mean, I get you have to be, you know, pretty... Like, you got to be pretty careful with that sort of stuff with Ben, but you can't be fucking serious, dude. Knee soreness. From what? So the second or the third free throw is good. Kyrie went 2 of 3. It's gonna. I don't know who's going to be playing the closing minutes now. I've got no idea. So Mills, Irving, Morris, Sumner, and Utah, the 5 on the floor. Warren has barely played in this second half. He's barely played in this game. Kyrie on the outside, picked up by Diallo. He's going to try shake and bake. Mills in the corner for 3. He got it! Set the feet and knocked it down in the corner. And it's time to get stops. I'm employing the chant. Stop. That was a 5-point play, by the way. Stop. 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 Stop, Patty. Stop. Oh my god, that is rubbish. He's not making that in his sleep. Kyrie for 3. He knew he missed it, and he tried to go for his own rebound. Instead, he overcommitted. It's a 5-on-4 now. Kyrie gets back, and now it is even. Diallo. Oh my life. Are you kidding me? Box out, bro. Like, seriously, for fuck's sake, man. You've got 2 guards under there. One of you has one job. Box him out and don't let him get in the restricted area, for God's sake. So it's going to be shots for Stewart. We force the miss, of course, but you already know it's just obligation we give up the offensive rebound. Warren's in the game for Utah. Bruh, it's just a joke, man. The amount of offensive rebounds were given away after forcing misses. I mean, granted, that's the only way you can give away offensive rebounds, but it's just unforgivable, dude. This is why we're down 9. There's so many reasons you could put it down to, but one is the rebounds, one is the turnovers, another is the defense, and there's a fucking turnover out of nothing. Patty Mills, you were on the court for fucking leadership, and you've passed it to no one. That is the easiest turnover in human history for the Pistons to pick off. What on God's green earth are we doing? And now we stood on the sideline. Are you joking, Patty? Oh my God, man. Where on earth is the spark going to come from? I'll tell you what. I don't even know, because the defense is... Well, we have no clacks on the floor right now. Oh my God. Please. What are you doing? Morris conceding fouls off the ball. You're just giving him points at this point. It's just the most brain-dead rubbish I've witnessed. In games like this, you have to win them. I'll tell you what, this is just a joke. I get that we've got no KD. Seth Curry would have been an awfully handy piece right about now, but at this point, you can't even afford to send Kyrie to the bench. This is their biggest lead as well of the game. There's no proof that we can come back from this tonight. But I tell you what, you're going to have to play Kyrie at the start of the last. I don't understand. It's just cancerous. Morris has brought some of the worst minutes. Like, he's offered nothing. Warren is also, we need him to step up. He's offered nothing too. Defensively, he's been a traffic cone. Kyrie's picked up his dribble just now. He needs help. He gets it to Sumner. He drives, kicks it out to Morris, who shoots a 3 top of the key, and is well off. Like, I mean, at this point, what the fuck is the point of him being on the floor? That is an offensive foul and a half. Diallo moving screen. It's going to be our ball, but you've got to get this into single figures at 3/4 time. This third quarter has been an atrocity. Oh my God, Sumner got fouled. It's going to be shots. Sumner is so quick that they were still showing the replay whilst he was driving. It's going to be shots for Sumner. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support, like the show, and subscribe if you're new. We're going to be covering the next half dozen games for the Nets, and then probably more beyond that. But as far as the the near future goes, we're covering every game. So if you want to stay notified, subscribe as well. But for the moment, you can like the stream, but you definitely can't like the Nets' performance right now. We're down 11. And in no way, shape, or form looking like we're going to win this game. Having conceded now triple figures in fucking 3 quarters. Second consecutive game this has happened. Oh my life. This is so bad, dude. Sumner to Morris. The hook shot is good. So look, it would be excellent if we could just get a stop. Hayes, Stewart for 3. Nope, good ball fake. Oh, that was a very stylish layup attempt. It's off, and now we can push. Sumner, Royce down the middle. Of course he lost the ball. That's just typical. You got to protect the ball there. And Diallo picked it off, but it will be Nets ball on the side. So Kyrie back in for the final 20 seconds. Clax is also in for defense and offense at this point. Usually you'd say it's for defense, but given, the offensive firepower he's given, it's fair to say that he can be considered, he can be considered an offensive threat at this point. So Clax on the outside is going to hand it off to Kyrie, and he will take the reins for this final possession. Gets it to Royce and back to Kyrie. So they're going to get it to Royce. We got Morris in the corner. Oh my god. That is atrocious. Burks is going to let one fly on the run, and he didn't get it off in time. It's an 11-point game at 3/4 time, but I'll tell you what. Are you seriously taking the piss? You're giving Morris shots at... Yeah, Morris, of all people, the final shot in a quarter. Let's have a look at the box score, and you will see that the Pistons have gotten excellent scoring output from a number of players. No one in foul trouble. They're shooting the ball pretty well. Can't complain. The Nets have got 28 from Kyrie and 19 from Clax. The problem, Ben is out of the game. Not that that was going to impact us offensively, but defensively, yes. Morris has taken the 3rd most shots out of anyone on the team, which is an absolute crime, if you ask me. We're shooting the ball like basically bang average. We haven't played awfully. We've scored 90 in 3 quarters, but the problem, they're out rebounding us by 12 now, which is a bit alarming given it was fairly even at halftime. The turnovers sit at 13 to 9, and we forced barely any in the 3rd quarter, which is part of the reason the Pistons were able to score what? What was the score at halftime? It was 60... It was 59-58. They scored 43 points in 1 quarter. Make it make sense. We didn't even have a bad offensive quarter. Just the... I don't even want to talk about it. But we've got a quarter to play. A lot of time to turn things around, but it's going to have to start with the defense, isn't it? Yep, they scored 43 and we scored 31. So our offense wasn't even that bad. But the defense somehow was even worse than it was in the first half. Yeah, so Ben went to the bench after getting poked in the eye, but he actually has knee soreness. What a load of rubbish. Taking the piss. Alrighty, so... Oh, man. Well, we're going to have to do it the hard way. We're going to be playing catch-up the entirety of this last quarter, but it's going to start with defense. And you know what? Until we get stops, I'm employing the stop chant. Because something's got to knock some sense into these players. Conceding 101 to Detroit is a bit of a... It's fairly inexcusable. Sumner for 3. He knocks it down after Morris got the offensive rebound. And Sumner has got to close this game out. I kid you not. He's got to close this game out. Hayes hit the deck. Bounce pass to Burks. Royce picks him up on the outside. And now the switch. Oh, God. Morris is on him. Oh, you can't make this up. Morris. Bro. It's going to be shots for Burks. But I tell you what. This guy is shithouse defensively. You know what we need to do? We need to get the zone. Where's the zone? The zone in past games has worked a treat. And surely we make adjustments. It's very clear the switch is not working, dude. You can't switch with Morris on the floor. He's fucking shithouse. So, it's going to be Burke shooting 2. He made the first one. Oh, my life. Second free throw is good. The lead's back up to 10. So, yeah, I may need to employ the stop chant because this is just getting a little bit out of hand. Sumner with pace. Scores off the window again. Sumner with the acceleration again. Stop. 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 Please stop. Good Kyrie. Active hands. He knocked it out of play. The Pistons will have it on the side with 15 to shoot. Sumner's been excellent today. I reckon he's been our third best player on the court. By a country mile. Alright. Stop. 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 He missed it. Yes. Go Kyrie. Pulls up for 3. He missed it. Shit. Royce gets the board. Kicks it out of Morris. Sumner extra feed. Warren for 3. Oh my God. Kyrie. No fucking way. Are you on drugs, ref? Where's the foul? Oh my God. What is she looking at, bro? You're kidding me. Oh my God. Because he got hit in the face. He put mayo on it. Stop. 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 Oh, Jesus. And we turn it over. Look at that. They're just so much more fucking awake. Swoop on the loose ball, and they have a 3-on-1 breaking out in transition. That is unforgivable. Oh, my life, bro. We have no answers for fucking Detroit. They've won 12 of their 49 games in a fucking season. I don't usually swear this much, but... Oh my God. Just bring in Kyrie. Kyrie's already in the game. Bring in Clax. For God's sake, dude. Fucking joke. Oh my God. I can't be asked. Down 13 to Detroit. We've conceded 108 in just a bit over 3 quarters. And that clearly that possession is so like it encapsulates everything that's happened today. Someone swooped on a loose ball for Detroit. We seem to be closer to it. And even still, they break out in a 3-on-1 transition. 3-on-1 in transition. Like, where are our players? What the fuck are they doing? I honestly do not know where the defense is. The last 2 games, it has been some of the shittest defense I've seen in the Jacques Vaughn era. Kyrie's been good on the offensive end, but much like everyone else on the defensive side, they've been crap. The stop chant is... I mean, even Alec Burks has found a way to breach the stop chant. Even the stop chant has no answers for Alec Burks, of all people. But I did mention pre-game. I was a little bit concerned. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support on it. And subscribe if you're new so you're notified of when I go live next. Right now, I'm a defeated man, though. We're down 13. And, well, simply put, we can't afford to give away offensive rebounds. We can't afford to turn the ball over. We can't afford to be lackluster defensively. Kyrie. Clacks. Hand off to Kyrie. Drive. Into the paint. Missed it. Clacks the putback. He got it. Clacks is unbelievable. Immediate impact as soon as he comes into the game. He is riding a huge wave of confidence right now. Burks on the outside. Royce picks him up. Joe's back in. Livers on the outside. Drives on Joe. Got rid. Missed it. Guess who's there? Stewart. Hayes, catch and shoot 3. He's off. Joe! Please swoop on it, for fuck's sake. We got the ball via it ending up off the hands of the Pistons, but yet again, 2 Pistons there looking way, way more aggressive in trying to get the offensive rebound for their team. Kyrie pulls up a 2, and he scores, and the lead's back down to 9. So, as far as I'm concerned, we're going to have to go 5 out on offense and basically play, well, just vacate the paint. That's an offensive foul on Stewart. And just like that, we could slice the deficit in half from what it was about half a minute ago. So Kyrie's got 30 in 5 straight games. He's never had a streak larger than that. Kyrie on the outside. Drive, Kyrie. Royce back to Kai. He's got a switch. He's got Livers on him. Royce catch and shoot 3. That's off. Get the board. Oh no, Warren's on the deck. Clax is on the deck. It's a 3-on-5. Diallo kick out. Burks 3. And that's once again off the Pistons just wanting it more. Even when we're going for the ball, we're trying to protect ourselves too much. Royce, Joe, Clax, easy dunk under the basket. Their defense was a little bit all over the shop there. Diallo gets into the paint. Stewart drives, stops, off the window, scores again. There's no answers, dude. Every single fucking possession is a damn make. Joe. Clax. Back to Joe for 3. He's off. Brick. I can't believe this, dude. Utah's getting ready to check back in. Stop. Stop, dude. Stop. Oh my god. They can't miss. The stop chant is... The Pistons are immune to the stop chant. Kyrie off the glass. That's good. We just can't get stops, though. We cannot get stops. Diallo. Out to Burks. The defense sucks. You've got to pick up the intensity. It's not too late, but you have to start now. That is a joke of a foul. Oh, that is a fucking bullshit foul. Oh my god. Warren's gone to the bench. He's a bit ginger. See, look. Yeah. Oh, that's really nasty. Warren's leg tweaked in a very unnatural position. But yet again, that's just because Warren didn't get on the floor and Livers dove for it. Burks gets through. Wild layup off, but of course he got his own rebound. Wide open three, Livers, he missed it. Get the board. We needed 4 players to get a rebound over Stewart. Oh my god, Kyrie behind the back. Mid-range is good. The game is now a 10-point margin. Come on. Hayes. And we're going to get a timeout. Oh my life, dude. 6:38 to play in this, final quarter. Kyrie with some magic there to shake off the defender and score for 2. We need threes? No, we don't need threes. I don't care how many 3-pointers you make. We can't get a stop for our life. You can score as much as you want. We could score 125. We could score 20 in the final 6 minutes. But we don't remotely look like winning this game because we will also give up 20. Like, how have we conceded this many to the Pistons, bro? Let's have a look at the box score, man. Oh, my life. Look at their scoring output. They've got 6 players in double figures, man. And we're not even done with the game yet. No, they got 7 in double figures. Diallo's got 12, for God's sake. Hayes, do it. Burks is 20. And he's beefed up his score. Or his scoring output. Look at the efficiency from this team, man. Shooting so well. And then you look at ours. 34 to Kai, 23 to Clax, and 17 to Sumner. I am mystified why he's only played 16 minutes. How has Paddy got more minutes? TJ Warren's been rubbish. 2 points. Utah has got to play the closing. It's got to be Utah, Kyrie, Clax, Royce, Sumner. Has to be. Look at the amount of shots they've got more than us. Actually, it's the same amount. How has that happened? But they've made 5 more shots. We've somehow made 1 more 3, but it has to be in the free throws. They've had 19, we've had 21. Okay, so it's not that, it's the turnovers. 14 to 10. We've barely forced any offensive rebounds. 39 to 29. So there you have it. That's probably where the difference is, but you go back and you remember that 3-pointer. That 3-pointer by Royce that he fouled Ivy. Yeah, he fouled Ivy on a 40-foot 3-pointer in the first quarter. Those 3 points, you take those away, that would be awfully valuable right now. If the game, if we're staring down a 7-point deficit as opposed to 10. Oh, man. This was the best case scenario on a back-to-back, but the Nets can't take advantage. Offensively, we haven't looked lethargic in any way. Defensively, we just haven't been switched on or awake. As much as Ben is shithouse on offense, I feel as if defensively, potentially, he would have brought something to the table. Oh, that's gone off Clax's face. We somehow created a turnover. Kyrie missed it. Royce nearly got the tip in. And now we're going to have to sprint back. Ivy. So we forced the stop, didn't capitalize, and now the Pistons can get it back out to a dozen or more. Bay going to post up Watanabe. Clax with the block! There we go. Kyrie going to drive. Nope. Hold his run and get it to Joe now. Back to Kyrie. Behind the back for Joe. 3 in rhythm. Off. Clax fouled on the putback, and it will be shots with 5:51 to play. Forget Alec Burks. We couldn't stop Doris Burke the way we're playing well. We couldn't stop Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder would be 5 of 5 from 3 with this defense we're playing. So Joe's 3 rattles out, but Clax on the putback is fouled by Stewart. It will be shots. And Clax has got to do what he hasn't been able to do the majority of the time this season. Make both free throws, please. First free throw is good. We can make a run. They can make a run as much as we can. So Duran's back in the game. Stewart, an extended run on the court was a very exceptional one. He's picked up his 5th foul with that one on Clax. Oh my god, I'm shaking a little bit. Clax's free throw is good. He makes both. Yes. Clax is doing everything. He's forcing turnovers with his head. So we need to stop now. Ivy, the switch. Clax on him. Come on. He feeds Bogdanovic, top of the key. Guarded by Kyrie. Gets past. Kyrie, active hands. We're off to the races. He lost it. He got it back. And then he just behind the back passed it to Ivy. What the fuck is that? Oh my god, Kyrie. He needed to just slow down. Kyrie faked the pass. He couldn't even handle it. It was like a hot potato, and then he just passed it to fucking no one. Oh my goodness. And then Royce basically went for a bit of a slip and slide and ended up in the first row. It's going to be side out, but look, I'd say that's better than giving away 2 shots, but Royce is holding his wrist. Went down hard. We've got to get a stop, though. Lockdown. Bay. Picked up by Joe. No switch there. Bay one-on-one. Good move. Got it. Sadiq Bey, I guarantee, plays like this once every 10 games. Oh my god. Royce, couple screens set for Joe. Clax rolled. Royce, Kyrie's wide open. 3 on the wing. He missed it. Oh! He nearly got the bounce off the top of the backboard. And with 4:40 to go, we haven't made inroads for 5 minutes. We're going to have to try to do it in the final 5. Ivy tries to get rid of Clax. Doesn't. Now Livers in the corner. Back to Ivy. Picked up by Clax. Acceleration. And he missed it. Oh my god. They get the board again, dude. Duran had one arm pinned and still won it for his team. And now Bay in a one-on-one with Utah. The 3 is off badly. Kyrie now. 4 minutes to make a move. Kyrie into the paint. Pass. Oh my god. Why are you passing there, Kyrie? You had no one contesting your layup and you've gone for the extra feed. Kyrie's just got to slow down a little bit. I know we're down 10 with 4 minutes to go. Time is not our friend. But you've just got to have a little bit of composure. As the leader of this team, you've got to slow the play down. As I said, you can't afford to have turnovers given the situation of the game. I'd rather be slow and not turn the ball over than be fast and turn the ball over. Clax, for the 3rd game in a row, has gotten a PB in scoring. He's got 26 in this game. 3rd game in a row. He went from scoring 24 to 25 to 26. And this free throw makes it 27. So Clax has kept us alive. We're down 8. We can go on an 8-0 run. But we need to stop. 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 It's a miss. Get the board. No. Get it. Oh my life. We've conceded 2 offensive boards. Bogdanovic. Oh, you can't be fucking for real. Oh my fucking god, dude. The miss is created. 3 defenders can't box out Sadiq Bey. And then 2 defenders can't box out Duran. And then Bogdanovic drives. And then off the window, Clax hits the ball and it is a goaltend. And I've let the clock run. It's not even that far ahead. So they've just gotten 3 points plus 1 or 2 points plus 1 after having 3 fucking possessions. Sumner's in the game now. So we just... Oh my god, man. We could have gotten the lead down to 6. Had 2 cracks at it instead. Bogdanovic misses the free throw. Alright, 3:30 to go on a 10-0 run. Can it happen? Kyrie. Utah. Kyrie. Doubled. He's got an open man in the corner. Kyrie! Oh, Jesus Christ. He was basically parallel with the floor getting that shot off. How has he made that work? He wasn't quite parallel with the floor, but you get the gist. It was an incredibly tough layup. It was a rim grazer. And now a free throw for Kyrie to get the lead back down to 7. We can go on a 7-0 run in 3 minutes. It's achievable. Kyrie makes it. Okay. Okay. Come on. We've got to put this Pistons team on clamps. Shackle them down. Hayes behind the back. Screen by Duran in the switch. That means Utah's boxing out Duran in the paint. Oh my fucking god, Joe! What the fuck is this rubbish? Granted, I don't think the Pistons, if they tried, could execute an offensive game like this again. Hayes with a fucking hand in his face falling to the floor hits that. Second possession in a row. And now it's going to be checked to see if it's a flagrant. If that's a flagrant, that's game over. As far as I'm concerned. This defense has not stopped being shit the whole night. How much time left? You've got the time there. Get a real 3-and-D player. Quite frankly, I don't think any 3-and-D player is stopping this. It's all in the mindset. Today, it has been crap. It's channeled through the entire team. The chant won't work. Claxton won't work. Oh, for God's sake. This is a game where you need Ben in. Or you need Clax, because we're getting torched on the glass. That's the only reason they're winning this game. The offensive rebounding. Like, look at the box score, dude. Let's just have a look at the offensive rebounds. You can see we've had 13, which isn't bad. It's actually pretty good. Shooting's been rubbish. Oh my god! It's upgraded! Are you kidding? Look at the... Oh my god, they've got 45 rebounds to 35. That's been the difference there. It just got upgraded. So he's given away a foul. He's given away a free throw. And he's given away the ball again. Seth would have helped. We've scored 112. That's not the problem. Seth Curry's not fixing us conceding 120. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure to let us know. And show some support. Subscribe if you're new. Hayes makes the free throw. We've fucking done it to ourselves. Every fucking possession, we're self-sabotaging. I might as well call this the Sabotage Show. Because seriously, mate. It's just been diabolical. This defense has been rubbish the whole game. As far as I'm concerned, we can say that Kyrie was good. We can say that Clax is good. I'm not going to give any of them, you know, any praise. Because as far as I'm concerned, the whole team has been rubbish on defense. Clax has Well, I can say Clax has been the defensive anchor of a team who's conceded 122 tonight. Like, we've had so many chances to secure defensive rebounds, and we've given away extra possessions, and that's where the difference has been made. That said, they're making some rubbish. Like, best believe the Pistons are not scoring like this in the next match. They're going to score 95 points and get thrashed by 25. Mark my words, it'll happen. So we've got 3 minutes to get a stop and then go on a 10-0 run. So we have to get stops. Something we haven't been able to do the whole game. It's Hayes top of the key to Bogdanovic and the high screen set by Duran and the switch. Bogdanovic on the outside is going to not shoot a three. Hayes picked up by Kyrie. Oh, he fell to the floor and they missed it. We can't get the board. Yes, we can. Via luck. Excellent pass. You're kidding. A block. Oh my God. Who the fuck blocked it? We get a board. Sumner. That was an excellent skim pass by Kyrie to Joe, but he got absolutely swatted. Joe fumbled the ball, and that held us up a little bit. Clax now on the outside to Kyrie for three. It's an air ball. Clax saves it, gets it to Sumner. We've got 2 minutes now. Sumner off the glass. That's good. Oh my God, dude. You gotta get stops, bro. It's not done yet, but we're gonna have to get a stop right now. The rest of the way, we cannot afford to concede. Ivy. Gonna drive. Extra feed. That's it. That is it. That sums it up. Foul +1 again. Simple pick and roll. Simple fucking pick and roll, and you fuck it up. Oh, for fuck's sake. The defense has been useless. The whole fucking game. Irrespective of any form of personnel, Duran with the insane block on Joe in transition sums up their hustle, their hunger to win the ball and be in charge of it. They have literally been... They have dictated the way this game has panned out. It's that simple. Kyrie picks up his dribble. He was going to shoot the three. There's going to be a foul. And it's going to be Hayes who picks it up. But, oh, for God's sake, dude. How did we end up playing even worse defense in the second half than we did in the first half? Kyrie hits the three and keeps us alive. Oh, deflection on. We're trapping Bogdanovic. Oh my God, we nearly won it there. 1:18 to play, 8-point game. This is the second time this year we've conceded 120 to Detroit. Sure, we've conceded 94 to the Luka Doncic Mavericks, but we've conceded 120. We've conceded 120 twice to Detroit. We held the Warriors to 44 in one quarter, but we've conceded above 57 in 2 quarters against the Pistons. We're challenging an out-of-bounds call that I don't even know. I don't even know. I've lost all hope, but I'm just gonna... If we win this somehow, score 3, then it gets interesting. But we're gonna have to operate very quickly here. 1:18 to play. We're using one of our final 2 timeouts. If you are enjoying this stream, Make sure to show your support. And subscribe if you want to stay notified for when I go live next. We will be doing the next half a dozen games. But right now, Kyrie's got another 40 piece. Clax has scored his career high again for the third consecutive game. And as far as I'm concerned, the offense was not a problem ever. The last few games, the offense has been excellent. It's the defense. The last 2 games we've conceded a combined, what? 262 points. We've conceded 131 on average in the last 2 games. You're never going to win a game doing that. Ever. Oh, for God's sake, that's not even remotely off. That's not off us. That's going to be their ball. That's off Clax, clearly. Yeah, that's off Clax. Yeah. As suspected. So now it's just a waiting game. Offense wins your games, defense wins your titles. Well, in this case, defense would have won you the game. In this case, defense has lost. Defense has lost us the game. That's actually our ball. They've actually fucked it up. They reviewed it and it actually was off Bojan. It was off Bogey. It actually was our ball. We got done in. Bogdanovic, step back 2 is off. Rebound Sumner. Run! Run, Ed! Run! Euro! It's going to be a goaltend. Wait. It's a foul +1. It's a foul +1. This game's not over. It's a foul. And that's close. It's going to be a foul +1. Sumner took it the length of the court in about T-5 seconds. That doesn't even make sense. Oh my God, the Pistons are challenging this for a goaltend. That's a really tough one. That's a tough one to call. So we're getting shots anyway, but it's just a matter of whether or not the basket will count. Oh. Okay, so it looks like, according to the commentators, Iron Eagle is saying that, yes, it should be 2+1. Yep. So, shots. Yeah. 1 shot after Sumner will get the basket from a goaltend whilst being fouled. So, a make would send it to 5. We get a stop and we score. We have to basically score on every possession and get a stop on every possession. So Sumner's free throw is good, and that sends it down to 5. Come on! Don't let them get the ball. Go, Ed! Oh! Ed nearly got it. Ed was this close to saving it. He knocked it away, jumped onto Kokoshkov, the assistant, and now they get it into Killian Hayes. So Sumner is picking him up. Ivy is going to slow it down. We're going to bring an extra defender across. Gets it to Hayes, and now Bogdanovic. Back to Hayes. Bounce pass. Oh my God. Why would you fucking leave someone under the basket open? Sumner gonna drive again. Sumner gonna score again. You can't let him in. Don't. Good. Okay, they get it across half court. That was the thing they needed to do. Hayes. And now we're going to get a foul. So 27.4. This is going to be a long, long ending, I do believe. But like, Clax is just half asleep on that. He actually could have nearly picked off the pass. And unfortunately, Duran was there under the basket for 2. So it's going to be shots for Hayes. And the first one's off. The first is off. So another miss would make things very, very interesting. We're probably going to use our final timeout irrespective of the result of this free throw, which is good. And so Sumner's going to let the ball roll with 27.4. Picks it up at the halfway line. Drives. Missed it. Clax missed it. And that's going to do it. We had an opportunity there to get the lead down to 4. And we didn't take the opportunity. The fact that Kyrie was not the guy to shoot like a 3-pointer on that is a bit questionable, but what more can you say? So look, this is a game you had to win. This is a game you absolutely had to win. 129-122 the score. It'll be the second consecutive game with a make by Boyan that we concede 130 points. Yep, there it is. Why are we not using our final timeout? What is he saving it for? Kyrie just going to pull up for 3, is he? Kyrie missed the layup and that's going to do it. We lose by 8. And that is rubbish. That is a load of shit. We scored 122. But we concede 130 to a team that's won 12 games the whole year. Oh man, I just don't know what to say. I simply do not know what to say. Those leaving now, make sure to show your support on the way out. But let's have a look at the box score and then we'll end this one off. Because, quite frankly, I can't be asked. Sumner had 24 in this game, which is awesome for him. I mean, it would have been great news if we could, you know, if he could have been the guy that propelled us to a victory. But overall, like, Kyrie 40, Clax had 27, another PB for points. But the problem is this, right? So, Clax had 6 offensive boards. Sure as hell didn't feel like it. Our shooting was crap. We turned the ball over 17 times. We let the Pistons shoot way better. How many more shots did they have? They only had 1 extra shot, which is baffling to me. But they did have more free throws. They did have a crap ton of rebounds. They turned the ball over less. And look at that. You'll see right there. That, my friends, is 8 players in double figures for scoring. I mean, in a game where we needed to win, you can't be giving that up. And on this end here, Royce with 3 points and 6 fouls, shooting like trash. Joe shooting 3 of 9 and playing some of the shittest defense I've ever seen in my life. Clax and Kyrie get a pass for their offensive displays, but defensively they were also pretty uncharacteristically out of it. Because they let players like, Jalen Duran, you know, score 7 of 8. I find this number unforgivable, though. Sadiq Bey scoring 6 offensive rebounds. That is ridiculous. Isaiah Stewart, 4 offensive rebounds in 20 minutes. Hamidou Diallo scoring 12, just generally. But the most inexcusable thing for me is that the Sumner only got 19 minutes in 20 or yeah 19 minutes in a game where he had 24 points. Make it make sense. Morris played 16 minutes, 2 of 9 from the field, awful defense. What did he offer? And TJ Warren as well was god awful. Trash. So look, I don't know what much more to say. I don't have much more to say, but like, no one specifically torched us, but it was just the fact that every single possession we, had to defend, we couldn't get a stop at all. If our life depended on it, we were dead. Dead and buried. Because even with death staring at us in the face, we just accepted it, really. So I don't really have many words. That was a game we needed to win, especially with, the run of games coming up and obviously the sizable absence of Kevin Durant. It's always going to be a requirement that you win the games that on paper you need to win. And the fact we lost to a team that's won 12 games over halfway into the year is a pretty unforgivable way to, manage yourself. But that's going to do it for me. Second night of a back-to-back as well, should we mention. But overall, offensive rebounding, gave away way too many of those. Defense sucked. The rotations were off. We seemed very unaware of how the game was being played. It was very clear the Pistons went into this with a plan to play with pace and hope that they could tire us out on the second night of a back-to-back, which made a lot of sense. And they did that successfully. We may not have looked tired, but the reason for that was simply because we weren't exerting ourselves enough. There was a 50-50 loose ball to grab, and best believe the Pistons were always first to it. TJ Warren went out with some leg bullshit. His leg got caught and it was in an unnatural position. And why do you reckon that is? Because he was standing up and the Pistons player was on the floor diving for a loose ball. That's the reason. Ben Simmons went out with knee soreness. And I don't know why. I don't know when he picked it up. But in games like this, you just can't fucking walk off. Sure, don't play against the Knicks, but don't play against the Knicks. Play this. A game we need to win. And then in a couple of days' time, we can reset. And if we don't have Ben, then so be it. But at least we've adjusted and planned ahead for it. But, oh, God. 130 points given away to the Pistons after conceding 137 yesterday. That means we're conceding on average 133.5 in 2 games. Wow. Trade Joe, trade Morris, trade Ben. I wish it was that easy, but unfortunately it's not. Look, I'm done here. My voice is gone. I'm defeated, much like the team tonight. Should Sean Marks make a move now? No, because, it was always going to be a given he should make a move, but stuff like this is more mindset related. Offense wasn't a problem, so you can say all you want about offense, but tonight was a mindset thing. Went into the game, once again played down to opposition, were very complacent in what we did, gave him too many open shots. Very relaxed coverage on the threes, on the mid-ranges, on switches, on boxing out, all of those things. You could put it down to every single one of those things. It doesn't come down to one thing. It came down to a variety of things. We're done here. If you did enjoy the stream, make sure to show your support on the way out. and subscribe if you are new. We'll be back here in a couple days' time for Nets Knicks. But that'll do it from me. Stay safe as always. Have a good weekend. And we'll see you at the end of the weekend when we're taking on the Knicks in the crosstown rivalry, which should be a really good game. They, I believe, beat the Celtics today, which is a big scalp if you are the Knicks. Yep, they won in overtime. Fair bloody play. And away from home, they got 37 points from Julius Randle and 29 from Brunson. 17 for Quickly off the bench and 19 from Barrett. So, once again, it's going to be another game that's not going to be easy. Much like this game, we underestimated this team. We've paid for it, and now we're going to have to be very switched on for the next one. But once again, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you soon, and have a good one, everyone. Bye for now.